Hey guys, this is Kevin. I just wanted to spend 3 minutes here talking about one way that you can make the next draft of your story so much better, and that is by adding spoken dialogue between the characters in the story. Now, what I mean is, don't summarize what the conversations were about. Don't explain the gist of the conversation. No, instead, quote the characters in their own words, in their own voice, talking right out loud. I'll give you an example. Instead of saying something like, my dad said I had to be out of the house by dinner time. No, instead of that, you can say something like, I turn around, my dad's got his finger right in my face, and he says, listen to me, buddy. You better get the hell out of here by dinner time. All right, see the difference? There we feel like we can hear him, his voice, his words, his tone of voice, right? It makes a big difference. Instead of saying something like, I told her I loved her and wanted to stay married. No, instead of that, say something like, I took her hand in mine and I said, please, Carol, I'm begging you. Just let's try to fix this, please. See the difference? When we feel like we can really hear characters talking, then it brings things to life. So look for about 5 places in your story where you're really quoting characters, yourself talking, someone else talking, the facial reactions, the body language, the actual words they spoke, and try to imitate people just a little bit so that we really feel like we're witnessing these interactions happening the way we would be witnessing them happening if we were watching a play or a movie. You can also quote the inner dialogue going on with yourself. For example, I wrote a story about wanting to quit a job once. I could have just summarized and given an explanation and said, I was of 2 minds about whether or not to quit. No, instead of that, I can say, part of me thought, okay, Kevin, just walk in that room and say, Mike, I quit. But then another part of me thought, no, Kevin, you can't afford this. You should have another job before you quit this one. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. See how much more alive that is to be quoting like the characters in my head are talking out loud with the amount of acting drama that characters would be speaking in? It brings things to life. So, quote characters talking out loud and quote the voices in your head talking out loud, and your story will really come to life. Look for about 5 or 6 places at least in the story to be doing that. Okay, thanks so much.